Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Sunday and the beast from the east is now heading this way. But it's only like -1, but it's meant to feel like -7 today. Hence the all-in-one Cookie Monster suit to keep me nice and toasty. I do need to go out at some point to visit somebody along this road who I've done puzzle swaps with. She's got some more puzzles for me, and I found a piece of puzzle that I gave her the puzzle of, if that makes sense, from when the kids pulled one of my puzzles down and scattered it everywhere when I went to the toilet. Anyway, I'm going to make a cup of tea and some toast for myself and Lee, and tea for the boys as well. And then I want to go and finish my book because I'm like that close to finishing it, but I got so tired last night when I was reading it that I had to put it down and go to sleep. So I finished that book, and then I think I'll do a puzzle at the table. Just done a bit of washing up. Just a bit of a lazy day, really, I think. What's my tree ever done to you, huh?
It exists within his proximity.
So, is there a reason you didn't just say, Mum and Dad, I'd really like this laptop?
I have money and strong, independent money.
I know, but it's your birthday in like 2 weeks and we needed a nice significant gift for you.
Give me some booze.
Yeah, but that's not going to be equal to what we spent on Kenzie. I'm not buying you like £200 worth of booze.
Well, I can't think of something, so find something interesting like a note.
Can we pay a bit towards this and buy you some booze?
Yes?
Okay.
If you want to do that.
Well, okay, I'll transfer some money into your account and pay a bit towards that, and then we'll get you some other bits, yes? Okay. So I decided to come out for a walk, and I'm glad I didn't put any makeup on because it's -1, but with the wind factor it feels like -7. So I've taken shelter here. I'm doing two things. I'm doing the Pokemon Rosella Day. I don't know which way to do this so that you don't get wind blown on the mic. Look at my hair, it's so windswept. And I'm also doing the school street tag to try and help the school in the village beat the other schools in the county. So excuse me while I get back to that. Oh, it's so cold. I've picked up 2 puzzles from a neighbour in the street. So I can enjoy those and then pass those on. Time to replace the light in Nagini's Vivarium, which is under here. Nagini, that's not helpful. I need you to be in the tank, actually. I've got to put the water back in. Beautiful. roasty free range chicken. Now I'm just doing some veg. Got some sprouts, carrots, green beans and cauliflower, some bread sauce, roast potatoes. Whoop, waft. There we go. And I will be doing some gravy and some Yorkshire puds. Today's puzzle, which I will finish after dinner. I've got to roll it up now because dinner is nearly ready. Dinner for this evening, a nice roasty. Come on then, Brandy Box, what have you purchased?
A 2-in-1 detachable laptop.
Oh, very nice. What make is it?
Yes.
Is the box over there?
Jump pad something.
A jump pad. How much was it?
339 or 29 with a 50 quid voucher because of reasons.
Okay.
I have no idea, they just had
If you send me the link, Brendan, I shall link it as an affiliate link in my description.
It's got a Celeron process, so it's not the
Isn't it
quickest thing.
Celeron?
I don't know.
Not Celerion. It doesn't say celery.
Yeah, well, I say it's Celeron.
I thought it was Celeron.
Because they're awful and I don't talk about them.
No, Celeron I wouldn't. But it's got Celeron, has it?
It is.
Does that matter?
It's good enough for doing what I wanted to do on this.
Oh, right. And why did you purchase that?
So I could read manga better.
Because manga goes up and down rather than across.
Yeah, it's not good reading it like that. Because then you...
Okay.
so much better reading it like this.
There we go. All finished. Right. Time to make some bread. Otherwise there won't be any bread for my family tomorrow. So we're meant to have snow tomorrow, apparently. We had a little flurry on my very, very, very bitterly cold walk earlier. Really so cold. So cold. Like I said, it was only meant to be something like -1 at the coldest. But it had a wind chill factor. Look at the state of me. Had a wind chill factor. And the wind chill factor made it feel like -7. It hurt my eyes. Oh, I've got an itchy nose. Oh, really hurt my eyes. Really stung my eyes. Every part of me was numb when I got back. I ran a bath and warmed myself up in the bathtub for about an hour. Which did do the trick, I have to say. Did warm me up. But oh my goodness, was it cold. We still haven't had any snow, apart from a little flurry here and there. We haven't had any snow. It's supposed to be a little bit tonight and a bit tomorrow. So we'll see. I have just sent a message out to my families on WhatsApp, the families that I look after, because it did occur to me that with all this COVID stuff, with us being based in the living room and the garden, I only let them in the playroom for nap, in the living room for nap time. They don't come into the rest house other than to use the toilet or to lay on the sofa for nap time. But it might get difficult to heat the playroom because it's only a conservatory. It's all glass. There's only so much, obviously, that I can... Come on, flower. Oops. Yeah, there's only so much that I can do to heat it. I mean, I have a heater in there, but just in normal cold wintry weather it can be a bit chilly. But my concern is that it's going to be too cold for the children. So I've sent a message out saying if that is the case, I will have to close for safety reasons. Obviously, I can't have them freezing cold, but hopefully it won't come to that. But it just did occur to me today when I was out there in the cold, thinking, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Right, let's get this kneaded. Yes, I'll make some bread for the family. So they've got a loaf for the morning for toast and stuff. Brendan is at work tomorrow with Lee. We still haven't heard anything about his theory test being cancelled. So I'm going with no news is good news, and that probably means that it's going to go ahead. But we're not technically out of lockdown for another, I don't know, a couple of weeks. So I don't know. Maybe they're just waiting to see what happens, you know, before cancelling again. Maybe they're just going to wait and see what Boris says, what we're allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do. See if any, because restrictions are supposed to be easing a little bit over the next couple of weeks, potentially. Numbers are coming down, but if you look at the graph, it's a very slow drop. There's not a quick drop like we've had in the past. It seems to me, so one of my viewers has said in the comments that she's been poorly this week and she's had a test and it's come back positive. And the only place she's been is the food shopping, and that seems to me to be the place where most people are getting it now. It's going to the supermarket, and I'm doing everything to avoid the supermarkets right now. We've got an Asda order coming on Friday, and then, you know, the village shop's fantastic. So the village shop, for those of you who don't know, the village shop is actually the village pub. But because the village is so small, there's just not a big enough call for the pub to survive just on being a pub. And then obviously with COVID and everything, you know, pubs are not something that are open, and restaurants and that kind of stuff. So they did have a village shop they've had for years, out the back of the pub, and it's brilliant having it there, and I'm sure it's made the business far more viable for them to run with having a shop there as well. But they've expanded the shop a lot over this last lockdown, and they have so much fresh fruit and veg come in. They do hot pasties, hot sausage rolls, takeaway breakfasts, you know, different meals and stuff that, like, they'll advertise a different meal and say, do you want to go and have it? I think Lee and the boys had hot dog and chips the other day, because they were doing hot dog and chips. So yeah, really, really pleased with sort of the variety we get now here. And it does mean that quite often when we go in, there's just us in there and the shop people. There's not, you know, I don't feel unsafe going in there, which is good. Right, I think this is probably, it doesn't feel like there's any lumps in it. I need to grease the tin and leave it to rise for an hour, and then stick it in the oven. Maybe a loaf of bread for the morning. I love the smell of fresh bread. Shame I can't eat it. I do have a loaf of gluten-free. It's not my nice tiger loaf that I like, but it's loaf. So I had some toast this morning, and I'll probably have some egg on toast tomorrow, or cheese on toast. When I have a loaf in, I, you know, make the most of it. It's a shame I can't make it. I mean, I'm sure you can, but it's probably not as easy to make as normal bread. Right, here we go. I'll stick that in the tin, but I need to grease it first. Righty-ho, I have finished for the day, I think. Made a cup of tea. Just waiting for the loaf to rise. I'm going to stick the oven on in a minute so that that can be warming up, ready to cook the bread. But I'm going to go and relax and do some of my word searches that Thrifty Grandma sent us in her gift from our Amazon wish list. So they are brilliant. Oh, I did finish my book as well, my Echopraxia book. So yeah, if I'm not reading, I'm doing those word searches, which is lovely. Love it, love it. But yeah, I finished my Echopraxia, and I'm now reading a Stranger Things novel. So I've got two of those to read that were from my birthday, I believe. I haven't read them yet. My birthday was like 6, 7, 8 months ago. It was June. So Yeah, but I'm reading them now. I have a lot of books to get through. So yeah, I'm reading those. Lee bought them for me from Lidl, I think, or Aldi, from their middle aisle. Anyway, enough whiffle waffle. I will see you lovely lot tomorrow. Thanks for watching.